Task 4. Provide student information. OPI Assessment Unit Focus Support Video. You will see the Pre-Assessment Activities section appear at the top of your school's AMS landing page, beginning on December 8th. This section provides a quick guide to which additional sections of the AMS are missing information. You can check here to see which sections of the AMS need attention and which are complete. After you complete a section, you will note a green circle in the completed column for that section. School coordinators may designate a SD/EL specialist to complete this task on behalf of the school, since it's the specialist's area of expertise. The school coordinator can send an invitation via the AMS to the SD/EL specialist by clicking on the plus symbol of the school SD/EL specialist line. Once the specialist accepts the email invitation, he will have access to the AMS. Several may be added. Each specialist can earn 2 renewal units for assisting the school coordinator with this task. As we review the rest of the pre-assessment activities, you will see similarities in their features and functionality. Task 4 is to provide student information in the AMS before the assessment planning meeting, APM, with the NAEP representative, and the expected time commitment is about 2 hours. The purpose is to review the student sample, update any missing or inaccurate information, and assess participation of student with disabilities, SD, or English learner, EL students by providing relevant testing needs and accommodations using the NAEP 2026 inclusion policies. There are 2 different inclusion policies, SD and EL. All are listed in the AMS and can be downloaded. The links are provided below also. To navigate to the page that contains all the relevant information and where updates can be made, the school coordinator or SD/EL specialist can select the Manage button. There are 2 tabs that will allow you to review tables with different student information. Let's start with the first tab, Student Demographic Information Table. All students who are selected to participate in NAEP are included in the table. From this table, you will need to review information, enter missing student data, update incorrect student data, and update students' participation status of any student not participating in NAEP. You can edit student information in this table by selecting the Edit Pencil icon in the far right-hand column of the table for the student row that you would like to edit. When you select this icon, a pop-up window appears. You can edit the student information by selecting the appropriate option within each section. When you are finished editing the student's information, select Save. Now we can take a look at the Students with Disabilities, SD, and English Learners, EL tab. This table contains details about students who are SD, EL, both SD and EL, or have a 504 plan. If a student is not identified as one of those categories, they will not appear in this table. Notice that the format of this table is similar to the Student Demographic Information table. Additionally, navigating and updating the student information in the table is also the same. To edit a student's information, you will select the Edit button icon in the far right-hand corner column. In the pop-up that appears, you will fill in the missing information. For students with disabilities, complete the following areas: IDEA categories, degree of disability, and grade level performance. The degree of disability and the grade level performance can be the school's best guess. If possible, avoid the Don't Know option for all areas. If a SD student participates in the alternate assessment, DLM, then he should not participate in NAEP. For English learners, complete the following areas: primary language, years of academic instruction in English, grade level performance, and English proficiency in reading, writing, speaking, and listening. All areas except for primary language can be the school's best guess. If possible, avoid the Don't Know option for all areas. If an EL student has been enrolled in the U.S. less than 1 year, then he should not participate in NAEP. If you click on Not Participating, then you'll need to indicate the reason for the student not participating. If the reason is parent refusal, then it should be in writing. Documentation does not need to be submitted to the OPI, but must be on file up to 3 years in case of a federal audit. The student's cumulative file is a suggested storage location. Note, student refusal is for grade 12 students only, since many are 18 years or older. When assessing SD and EL students, it is our responsibility to ensure all students have the opportunity to participate in NAEP with or without accommodations. SD and EL students must be included to the fullest extent possible. There are 3 reasons students can be excluded from NAEP. Student participates in the dynamic learning maps, DLM, ELA, and math. OPI approved medical exemption, or 3, parent opt-out. Documentation does not need to be submitted to the OPI, but must be on file up to 3 years in case of a federal audit. The student's cumulative file is a suggested storage location. Any students with the Do Not Test option will require a follow-up from the NAEP State Coordinator for further inquiry and documentation purposes. Reminder, email or voicemail is not a secure method to share sensitive information. It is a violation of the Montcalf Student Data Privacy Policy and will result in a testing irregularity for the school system. Phone conversation and email using the student's line number is the best way to communicate a student's personally identifiable information, PII. Within the AMS, you can click on the blue Request Help button in the top right corner of the screen. For technical questions, contact the NAEP Help Desk. For NAEP questions, please feel free to contact me, Chantel Niederstadt.